everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd of December 2021. Starting with very first question, Vihangam, an internet-based platform, is associated with which field? So this platform, which is integrated with a remotely piloted aircraft system, was inaugurated at Mahanadi Coalfields Limited. And the system enables real-time transmission of aerial video of mining activities from mines to the platform, which can be accessed through Vihangam portal by authorized personnel. Okay. Now apart from it, India and Vietnam have signed a letter of intent for enhanced cooperation in the field of postal sector. And it includes cooperation in the field of post and telecom, then cooperation in human resource development and postal designated operators and service providers. So the two countries also signed Memorandum of Understanding for cooperation in marine security and ecology. Okay. Now apart from it, India being world's second largest coal producer, and it is currently producing over 729 million tons of coal. Do remember that Jharkhand has the most coal reserves in the country. So the Union Minister of Coal, Mr. Prahalad Joshi, has recently launched the fourth tranche of auction of 99 coal mines, including 24 new mines. And of these 99 mines, 59 are fully explored, 40 are partially explored. And these mines are spread across 8 states of India, which are these: Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Okay. Now apart from it, Union Minister for Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, Mr. Giriraj Singh, has launched Management Information System portal for rankings of states and union territories in the land acquisition projects. So this is based on right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act of 2013, and the Department of Land Resources developed this MIS portal, and top 3 districts and states will be awarded based on their rankings on the portal. Okay. Now question number 2, who won the Global Entrepreneur of the Year award from the Indus Entrepreneurs? So this has been given to Aditya Birla Group Chairman Kumar Mangalam Birla for his leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, he is the first Indian industrialist to receive this award, and the other awardees are Elon Musk as the Global Entrepreneur of the Year, Immigrant Entrepreneur, then Jeff Bezos in the category of First Generation, and Satya Nadella as Entrepreneurial CEO. Okay. Now earlier also we have seen that Forbes has recently released the rankings of 100 most powerful women of the world, and the first position was occupied by Mackenzie Scott, and she is the former wife of Jeff Bezos. Second position was occupied by the Vice President of USA, Kamala Harris, and third position was Head of European Central Bank, Christiane Lagarde. Okay. Do remember that Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was ranked at 37th place. Then, as per the Institute of Human Brands Power Couple Ranking 2021, Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani and wife Neeta Ambani topped this particular index. And the survey was conducted among over 1,000 respondents across India who are aged between 25 to 40 years. Do remember that second position was occupied by Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh. And third were Indian cricket captain Virat Kohli and his actress wife Anushka Sharma. Okay. Now do remember that former executive chairman of SBI, Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, has recently been appointed as non-executive director of Hero MotoCorp. And Geoff Alardis has been appointed as the permanent CEO of ICC. Okay. Question number 3. Avni Lekhara, who took the best female debut at Paralympic Sport Awards, is associated with which sport? So Tokyo Paralympics champion Avni Lekhara won the best female debut award at the 2021 Paralympic Sport Awards, and she is related to shooting. And who won the male debut? It was Adam Pesca from Czech Republic. Why Avni Lekhara is famous? Because she became the first ever female Paralympic gold medalist from India, and also she became the first Indian female to win 2 medals in the Paralympics. Okay. Now apart from it, Indian professional squash player Saurabh Ghosal has become the first Indian player to claim the Malaysian Open. Also do remember that R. Ashwin recently became the India's 3rd highest wicket taker in Test cricket, and the other 2 are Anil Kumble and Kapil Dev. Then Shreyas Iyer recently became the first Indian player to hit a century and 50 on his first debut. Also he became the 4th Indian player to win Player of the Match award on debut in red ball cricket. So with this, he became the 16th Indian to score a century in his debut test. Okay. Question number 4. Which typhoon recently hit Philippines, making landfall? So Typhoon Rai hit Philippines and rapidly intensified to a Category 5 storm and made landfall in the southern Philippines. So Rai is the 15th typhoon to enter Philippines this year, and it has hit the island of Siargao with sustained winds of up to 195 kilometers per hour, and this is said to be the second most powerful typhoon to strike the nation this year. Now, I think in the month of October, Cyclone Shaheen hit Oman, and it was the offspring of Cyclone Gulab. And talking about Cyclone Gulab, it hit the North Andhra Pradesh and adjoining Odisha coast in the month of September. Now talking about some of the important cyclones in 2021, there was Cyclone Taukte. It was the first cyclonic storm of 2021 that emerged from Arabian Sea, and it hit the southern Gujarat in the month of May and was classified as very severe cyclonic storm. Then second is Cyclone Yas. It was formed in Bay of Bengal and it hit West Bengal and adjoining Odisha coast in the month of May 2021. And the name of this cyclone was given by the country Oman. Can you tell me the name Taukte was given by which country? Please write in the comments. Then there was Cyclone Nisarg. It was the second pre-monsoon cyclone that emerged from Arabian Sea and it hit Mumbai. Then there is a Cyclone Amphan. It was actually the powerful tropical cyclone that hit the Indian states of West Bengal and Odisha. And do remember that it was the first pre-monsoon super cyclone of this century that emerged from Bay of Bengal. Okay, so their immersion is quite important. Okay. Question number 5. Which state topped the index on foundational literacy and numeracy? So this index, which is an indicator of literacy among the children below 10 years, was released by Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister, and the index was prepared by Institute for Competitiveness. Do remember that West Bengal topped the chart while Bihar was placed at the bottom in the large states category. And talking about the small states category, Kerala was at the top spot, while in the Union Territory category, Lakshadweep was at the top and Mizoram topped the northeastern category. Okay. Now apart from it, Indian Police Foundation has recently launched the Smart Policing Index of 2021, and it basically measures the public perception, dimensions of trust and citizen satisfaction in the survey, and the first position was occupied by Andhra Pradesh, second was Telangana and third was Assam. Then also we have seen that Indore has been declared as India's cleanest city for the 5th time in a row in the Swachh Sarvekshan Awards. Second was Surat and third was Vijayawada. Now apart from it, India's rank in the inaugural Global Policy Drug Index is 18 out of 30. And the top 5 countries are Norway, New Zealand, Portugal, UK and Australia. While the lowest 5 countries are Brazil, Uganda, Indonesia, Kenya and Mexico. Okay. Now also recently, Union Commerce and Industry Ministry has released the LEADS Report 2021. LEADS stands for Logistics Ease across different states, and in this ranking, Gujarat was at the top for the 3rd consecutive year, and it was followed by Haryana and Punjab. Now question number 6. Red umbrella is a symbol for the rights of which section of the population? Actually, red umbrella is an important symbol for sex worker rights, and it is used for events which are held on 17th of December. Why this day is important? Because it is observed as International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers, and it seeks to highlight the hate crimes committed against these workers all over the globe. Now earlier also we have seen that USA has formally declared SQA as a derogatory term, and hence all the names of valleys, lakes, creeks and other sites on the federal lands which use the word SQA would be replaced now. Okay. Now talking about USA, recently NASA astronomers have developed a next generation impact monitoring algorithm called as Sentry-2, and it aims to evaluate the near Earth asteroids impact probabilities, and this system improves the capabilities of NASA JPL's Center for Near Earth Object Studies to assess the impact risk of asteroids that can come closer to our planet. Okay. Now apart from it, IXPE, that is Imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explorer, is the first satellite dedicated to measure the polarization of X-rays from a variety of cosmic sources such as black holes and neutron stars. And the project is a collaboration between NASA and Italian Space Agency. Okay. Question number 7. Which state recently issued Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Rules 2021? So Telangana state government has issued this particular amendment rule, and it seeks to initiate stringent action against those employing the child labor in the different works and issued steps to ensure continuity of their education. So as per the rules, children would not perform any task during school hours and between 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. the next day. Okay. Now apart from it, the center has given in principle approval to set up 6 nuclear power reactors at Jadavpur in Maharashtra. And the 6 nuclear power reactors, which will have a capacity of 1650 megawatt each, will be established with technical cooperation from France. Do remember that it will be India's largest nuclear power generating site with a total capacity of 9900 megawatt. Now, a few days back we have seen that the cabinet of Punjab has given approval to the Punjab Tissue Culture Based Seed Potato Rules 2021. So it aims to develop Punjab as a standard potato seed center, and this is expected to boost potato cultivation in the state. So now with this, Punjab will be the very first state in the country to have the facility of tissue culture based certification. Okay. Question number 8. The Union Cabinet passed a proposal to raise the legal age of marriage for women to dash years. So the Union Cabinet passed a proposal to raise the legal age of marriage for women from 18 to 21 years, which is the same as men. So this step is based on recommendations submitted to Niti Aayog in December 2020 by the task force headed by Jaya Jatli, which was constituted to examine the matters pertaining to the age of motherhood, imperatives of lowering maternal mortality rate, etc. Now apart from it, the Competition Commission of India suspended its over 2-year-old approval for Amazon's deal to acquire stake in retailer Future Coupons Private Limited. Also, the Competition Commission of India imposed a 202 crore rupees penalty on Amazon for hiding facts and making false statements. Okay. Now a few days back also we have seen that RBI has imposed a monetary penalty of 1 crore rupees on Paytm Payments Bank Limited, and the penalty was for submitting the information that did not reflect the factual position. And also it imposed a penalty of 27.78 lakh rupees on Western Union Financial Services for non-compliance with Money Transfer Service Scheme directions. Now question number 9. Which language calligraphy has been added to UNESCO Heritage List? So Arabic calligraphy has been officially added to the UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. And this was done after collaboration between 15 Arab countries led by Saudi Arabia and under the supervision of Arab League Educational, Cultural and Scientific Organization. So it is believed that the calligraphy has contributed to the transfer and spread of Arab culture. Now apart from it, the Caribbean country Haiti has recently been placed in the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Now apart from it, the Jomu soup of the Caribbean country Haiti has been recently placed in the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List, and this soup is seen as the symbols of nation independence, and the soup became a symbol of things not allowed to slaves under French domination until Haiti gained independence in the year 1804 as the first nation created by insurgent black slaves. Okay. Now do remember that United Nations Climate Change Conference COP27 would be hosted by Egypt in the year 2022, and COP28 would be hosted by UAE in the year 2023. Okay. Now coming to last question, which city hosted the National Conference on Tuberculosis? So Ministry of Women and Child Development has organized a national conference on tuberculosis at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi, and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu was the chief guest along with Smriti Irani and Mansukh Mandavia. So Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi announced the government's vision to eliminate TB by 2025 ahead of the Sustainable Development Goal timeline of 2030. Now apart from it, the Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi recently inaugurated the All India Mayors Conference at Varanasi via video conferencing. And as many as 120 mayors from various states of the country participated in the conference, and the theme for this event was New Urban India. Okay. Then recently, 5th National Conclave on Mines and Minerals was held at New Delhi, and Coal and Mines Ministry has inaugurated the e-portal of accreditation scheme for mineral exploration. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.